day, future licensed professional teachers. I'm Ma'am MJ, your English teacher for BLEPT 2025 review session and literary criticism. So make sure to stay sharp, listen carefully, and let's test your critical thinking in literature. So before we begin, please prepare a pen and paper because you'll be answering 10 multiple choice questions and I'll give you 10 seconds to respond to each item. After each questions, I'll explain the correct answer along with the distractors in detail. So are you ready? Let's begin!
Question number 1. What is the primary goal of literary criticism? A. To summarize the plot of a story. B. To entertain the reader. C. To analyze and interpret literary works. Or D. To rewrite stories from a modern perspective. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Okay, so now let's check if your answer is correct. So the correct answer for the question number 1 is letter C, to analyze and interpret literary works. Literary criticism is all about understanding texts more deeply. We interpret themes, symbolism, structure, and meaning. It helps us answer the why and how of literature, not just what happened. While letter A is wrong, to summarize the plot of a story is a part of understanding a story. It's only a preliminary step. It doesn't provide critical analysis or interpretation. Letter B is also wrong because that's literature's goal, not criticism. Criticism is academic, analytical. It helps readers think more deeply, not just enjoy. Letter D is also wrong because to rewrite stories from a modern perspective, that leans toward creative writing or adaptation, not criticism. Criticism examines existing works, not transforms them.
Question number 2. Which literary criticism approach focuses on the structure, style, and use of literary devices within a text? A. Deconstruction criticism. B. Feminist criticism. C. Formalist criticism. Or D. Moralist criticism. Your timer starts now.
Okay, now let's check if your answer is correct. So the correct answer for question number 2 is letter C, formalist criticism. Because formalist criticism looks at what's inside the text, imagery, metaphor, diction, rhyme, and structure. It doesn't care who wrote it or when, only how it's crafted. Letter A is wrong because the construction criticism is an approach where it, influenced by Derrida, breaks apart meaning to show contradictions. It doesn't focus on unity or structure like formalism does. Feminist criticism is also wrong because the lens analyzes gender roles, patriarchy, and how women are portrayed, not literary form or devices. Moralist criticism is also wrong because this approach asks what moral lesson does the text offer. It focuses on ethics, not artistry or technique.
Question number 3. Which question best reflects the concerns of formalist criticism? A. How do the author's political beliefs influence the characters? B. How does the use of metaphor, rhyme, and alliteration contribute to the poem's meaning? C. How does the historical setting affect the story's events? Or D. How do readers from different backgrounds interpret the text differently? Your timer starts now.
Let's see if your answer is correct. So the correct answer for question number 3 is letter B, because it falls under the sound and literary devices of formalist theory or formalist criticism. So formalists care about the form and function, how language choices shape meaning. They dissect the techniques author use. Letter A is wrong because that's the domain of biographical or Marxist criticism, where outside influences like the author's politics are examined. Letter C is also wrong because that's historical criticism, which connects the time period and events to the text content. Letter D is also wrong because that belongs to reader response criticism, where readers' interpretations vary based on their background.
Question number 4. According to structuralist critics, what is the basis for meaning in literature? A. Cultural background of the reader. B. Textual form and devices only. C. The unconscious mind of the author. Or D. Underlying structures and language systems. Your timer starts now.
Okay, so let's check your answer. So the correct answer for question number 4 is letter D, because structuralism sees meaning as part of a system, like language. Think of opposites, hero, villain, light, and dark. Literature, like language, operates on predictable structures. Letter A is wrong because that reflects reader response thinking, meaning lies in the reader, not the structure. Letter B is also wrong because that's formalist criticism, focusing on what's in the text, not universal systems. Letter C is also wrong because that's psychoanalytic criticism, which focuses on subconscious motives, not structural systems.
Question number 5. What does psychoanalytic criticism primarily focus on in a literary work? A. The character's unconscious motivations and inner conflicts. B. The reader's emotional response. C. The historical period when the work was written. Or D. The structure and organization of the text. Your timer starts now.
Okay, so let's check your answer. So the correct answer for question number 5 is letter A, because this approach is rooted in Freud and Jung. It looks at dreams, repression, desires, and unresolved conflicts of characters or even the author. Letter B is wrong because reader response is about how we as readers feel or connect to the text. Letter C is also wrong because that's historical criticism, external context. And letter D is also wrong because that's formalist or structuralist territory, focusing on how text is built.
Question number 6. A novel features a poor laborer who struggles to survive in a society controlled by wealthy elites. The plot revolves around economic exploitation and social inequality. Which literary approach is most appropriate to analyze this work? A. Reader response criticism. B. Moral criticism. C. Marxist criticism. Or D. Biographical criticism. Your timer starts now.
Okay, so let's see if your answer is correct. So the correct answer for question number 6 is letter C, because Marxist criticism zooms in on class struggle, labor, wealth, and exploitation. It's about power, structures, and how literature reflects or critiques them. Letter A is wrong because this would involve how individual readers react, not economic systems. Letter B is wrong because moral criticism looks at values and lessons, not socio-economic conflict. And letter D is wrong because biographical criticism connects the author's life to the work, which isn't the focus here.
Question number 7. Which of the following plot descriptions would be most suitable for analysis using the feminist approach? A. A detective investigates a crime in a futuristic city dominated by technology. B. A story follows a woman fighting against workplace discrimination in a male dominated company. C. A kingdom is torn apart by class rebellion led by an orphan boy. Or D. A man is haunted by dreams from his childhood that mirror his waking life. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Let's check your answer. So the correct answer for question number 7 is letter B, because feminist criticism analyzed gender dynamics, power imbalance, and challenges to patriarchal norms. Exactly what this story depicts. Letter A is wrong because this is better suited to science fiction or possibly tech ethics. Letter C is wrong because that's ideal for Marxist criticism due to its class themes. Letter D is also wrong because that aligns with psychoanalytic criticism. It's introspective and dream-based.
Question number 8. Which theory under the feminist approach examines how literature challenges traditional ideas about gender and embraces diverse sexual identities and orientations? A. Moral theory. B. Reader response theory. C. Structuralist theory. Or D. Queer theory. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Now let's check your answer. So the correct answer for question number 8 is none other than letter D, because queer theory is an extension of feminist thought or feminist criticism that explore how literature defies gender norms and embraces non-binary identities, queerness, and fluidity. Letter A is obviously wrong because moral theory deals with ethical techniques, not identity. Letter B is also wrong because reader response theory focuses on personal interpretation. And letter C is of course wrong because structuralist theory is concerned with systems and language, not gender or sexuality.
Question number 9. A teacher asked students to analyze a novel about a farming family struggling to survive during a deadly famine in the 1800s. The class discusses how the social conditions, historical events, and cultural beliefs of that time shaped the characters' choices and the plot. Which literary approach is being applied? A. Psychoanalytic criticism. B. Moralist criticism. C. Marxist criticism. Or D. Historical criticism. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Did you got it right? Well, let's see. So the correct answer for question number 9 is letter D, because historical criticism places the text in its time. It studies how events and culture influence characters, setting, and themes. Letter A is wrong because psychoanalysis deals with internal struggles. Letter B is also wrong because moral criticism evaluates right and wrong in the story. And letter C is wrong because Marxist criticism could apply, but this example focuses on context, not class struggle.
Question number 10. A teacher asks students to relate their personal experience to a character's journey. Which approach is being applied? A. Reader response criticism. B. Feminist criticism. C. Structuralist criticism. Or D. Formalist criticism. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Okay, let's check if your answer to the last question is correct. So the correct answer for question number 10 is letter A, because reader response invites readers to bring their background and feelings into the reading. It's personal, reflective, and unique to each reader. So obviously, letter B is wrong because feminist criticism focuses on gender, not personal experience. Letter C, structuralism looks at pattern and system, while letter D, formalism isolates the text from the reader's response entirely. Well done, everyone! I hope these questions clarify the major approaches to literary criticism. Remember, in the BLEPT, it's not just about memorizing. It's about understanding how to analyze literature from different perspectives using the different literary criticism approaches. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow future teachers. Again, I'm Mom MJ, and I'll see you in the next review session. Happy studying!